throwing to.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll try the left side here with Love. There's the stiff arm. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 77 yards. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. That's over the middle, taken in by Horton.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
29-yard line.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
2nd down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23.
Here's Daniels. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Straight ahead running. Here's Love. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Always unfortunate to see an injury. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Darnold, he can beat you in a number of ways, and they're the scramble for the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man is Higgins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold will get this out to Genty. And he is going to lose yardage here. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
Here's Darnold. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And the Steelers first down. An 8-yard pickup. And the Steeler first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Genty. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And a nice job of break free with 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They work now on 2nd and 9. To throw is Darnold. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
That. They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the return?
It was a backhand. A really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the little bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time able to get 3. That's how they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Given 3 on the screen, he couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Cedric Tillman with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned him ending in a house call. But he got it, took it all the way home. Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Steelers offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's 2nd best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Steelers first down.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Now a 2nd and 10. A run out of the gun with Genty.
And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
This pass complete to Higgins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
They go play action. Daniels.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Here's 3rd and 6.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 6.
To the air goes Daniels. He lets it go deep for Olave.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Officially, that will go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Working to put a drive together. Off the play action, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Darnold now to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Field tackling there, 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Daniels.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here.
Here's 2nd and 7.
As they've got it as we resume action. Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man complete. That's Love. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
1st and 10 at the 45.
On 1st down, here's Love.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Shotgun handoff now for Love. This time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Arnold Ebiketie in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. To throw is Daniels. Slant pass complete to Olave. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They turn to Love on the handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 16.
Daniels looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Love. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks. Touchdown. Cedric Tillman. His 2nd touchdown of the game. 17th on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Steelers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently 2nd in that category. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Pittsburgh.
Darnold. A short one there, caught by Warren. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Darnold.
49-yard line.
He's got this complete to Burden. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
Play action. It's Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Faking the give. Darnold under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down.
Here's Austin McNamara now
as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now.
Running to start the drive is Love. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 5.
Throwing now is Daniels. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That one caught. It's Horton. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
33-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
He finds his man, complete. It's Love.
Now a 3rd and 6.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 6.
Here's Daniels. Got a man. It's Keyshawn Butte.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Genty.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32-yard
7 yards
line.
on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Now 2nd and 3.
Here's Darnold. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Luther Burden.
31 yards.
And the Steelers have cut it back within a score.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Complete to Olave on the out route.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup.
Back to throw. Daniels. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Daniels to the right side. That's where Tillman is. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts
A 6-yard pickup.
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Daniels. And they set up the screen. That's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, Boutte. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime
Our spin
report.
around the NFL starts now. We begin at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The 49ers at home to take on the Green Bay Packers. And it's the elusive Jalen Hurts. He pulls it, and now he's thinking first down. Now he's thinking touchdown. 31 yards on the scramble for the score. The Packers with...
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Able to slither by. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The visitors' offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there.
And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
Once again, it's Genty.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Steelers first down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
That's caught right side. It's Warren.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. At their
A give out of the gun to Genty.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's
On first down, it's Genty. Able to push his way through. Down at the 25.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Darnold. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A 37-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's putting together a remarkable season. Currently the NFL's leader in passing yards as we play here in the month of December.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Staying on the ground, it's long.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And pass complete. Here's Butte with it.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
He finds his man, complete. That's Horton.
Now a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll hand it off. It's Love.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
A tackle made by Dorian Williams.
A 3-yard pickup.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To the air goes Daniels.
They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin. Given 3 on the screen, he couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Daniels.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On the draw, this is Love. Skirts by at the 15. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
14-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
This is Love. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
Daniels going to throw for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
For a Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
On the carry, it's Love. And a short pickup there. That'll about the 9. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Daniels looking to throw.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Torrey Horton, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
A run straight ahead with Genty.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
And it's third down.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Seahawks offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's Love. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12. At the 34-yard line.
To throw is Daniels.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter.
Daniels from the gun on third down. Gets this complete to Butte.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need...
This is intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And that pick six, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And now out come the Steelers.
And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. They'll start on the ground with Ginty.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
2nd and 10.
To throw is Darnold.
Pass caught by Burden.
The Steelers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Love again.
And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Daniels.
All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Straight ahead running. Here's Love. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
No gain on the play.
And they'll run again. And he's going to lose yardage again as he is stepped behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
A loss of 2 on
This has
the
not
play.
been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but then it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
To the left side, looked in by Horton. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Seahawks stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
41. Steelers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Darnold from the gun. A short one there, caught by Warren. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down in a nice little gain.
Tyler Warren. It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Darnold.
second and 3.
A short one there, caught by Warren. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37.
And the Steelers.
A run out of the gun with Genty. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Darnold down to throw. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And it's third down.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Now the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Second and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
He's going to try and do this himself.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
That's a gain
And
of 6.
Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Here's Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And touchdown, Seattle. Cedric Tillman, 48 yards. And the Seahawks have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. And the Steelers set to take the field. Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They'll go again with Genty. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They turn to Love on the handoff. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches.
They'll try the left side here with Love. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers,
they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8.
And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.